Are you looking for sealed product and singles? You can find it all on Channel Fireball. Please use my Tailmon affiliate code when checking out to help support my content. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. If you're from Europe, Millipots Gaming has a wide array of sealed products, singles, and more. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. We're going to be playing with a baby Blacephalon today. It's been a while since I featured it in the channel and it's been doing really well lately in the online tournament scene. This list is based pretty much on Vini Fernandez's list that he has been using in the online tournaments. He's a senior from Brazil, but he's been dominating the online tournament scene. Like he's a playing machine. It's really impressive how much he plays and how well he does. And he won like the Invitational of Pokestats, which is like the Invitational of all the Invitationals, right? Where like it takes into account all the series and then it combines that into an Invitational. So really cool to see. And obviously Baby Blacephalon is a very powerful Pokemon. Fireball Circus has the possibility to 1KO anything it wants by doing 50 times for every fire energy you choose to discard from your hand. So it's really cool. And then we have Blazer as well to try and poke in case we don't have enough energy. But usually if you're using Blazer, either you went second and it's your first turn, or you're in a lot of trouble. So we're not going to be focusing too much on that. We have Cramorant V with Spit Shot to try and finish off games, snipe the Dedennes, and just overall usefulness in having a bench sniper that can be powered up through Welder in a turn immediately pretty much. So another backup attacker there, and then the rest is support for Blacephalon and finding those Welders. We have Jirachi Wish, of course, which is fantastic to dig into the deck and find the Welders. We have Zacian to establish in the very first turn, ideally, and then we can finish our turn with Intrepid Sword, giving ourselves more resources for the turn afterwards. We have Mewtwo to recycle Welder and make sure that we have access to Welder as much as we can throughout any game. And we have Oricorio-GX so that we can Dance of Tribute after any of our Pokemon goes down and we get 3 extra cards that way. So really cool setup. We have Dedenne and Crobat as well to help us draw cards, so they are the least used support Pokemon, interestingly enough, because sometimes like if you're holding energies or fire crystals, especially with Dedenne, discarding those resources can sometimes be problematic. Our deck relies on Welder big time so that we can attach extra energies, power up Blacephalon and get going from there. And we have, of course, the 4 Fire Crystals and to recover Fire Energies that we discard. And I used to have 2 Energy Retrieval instead of the 2 Fires, but I decided that extra energy, and as seen from the success, right, of recent Blacephalon decks, especially Venus, which I really liked, the higher fire count just helps you in getting those fires, right? Sometimes like Energy Retrieval is really good late game when you have discarded a lot of fires, but in the beginning, when you're looking for that first crucial KO, then they end up not being as good because you don't have any fires to recover, right? So having said that, we have 4 Giant Hearts in order to get that going quickly. And we have a single boss in case we need to use that to close out a game. So let's jump into the ladder and see if we can get a couple of wins with this Blacephalon deck. If we're up against a grass deck, I'm gonna feel very confident. Very confident. Alrighty. Alright, so pretty decent start. There might even be merit to using Dedenne, right? There might not be a better chance to use Dedenne, and this hand is definitely discardable and it gets us closer to resources. We see Fion, yeah, so this is what I suspected. So apparently we're up against Desiguns, I would imagine, right? However, I think I'm just gonna delay change here. I mean, it's just I could like if I find a quick wall and then flip a fire, I could start getting it. No, but I mean, it's just if they establish obstacle, we're dead. right? If they establish obstacle, we are 100% dead, so need to do this. And Cramorant could be important for sure, yeah, for sure. So the discardable card here, I think, is the switch. Like, I don't mind going up against this guy. What I do mind, however, is going up against Obstagoon, obviously. So I'm gonna go ahead and Welder here. Gonna go ahead and Welder. I do find a Fire. I'm still missing one in order to get a KO, but I do find the Fire Crystal. Applying pressure is definitely a good way to win these sort of games. And I'll go ahead and attach, I'll go ahead and recover. Not maximizing the Fire Crystals, but that's okay, honestly. And go ahead and bench the Jirachi just in case we see some like Fion action happening. And there we go, 2 energies in the discard pile, Fion KO. This decks usually don't play Stadium, so I'm probably gonna have unlimited access to the energy in my deck with Giant Hearth. And we'll see, there's the Zigzagoon, right? There's definitely a Zigzagoon. So here's where I wish I had a Welder, or I wish I had a Mewtwo, right? I wish I had a Mewtwo in order to target down the Zigzagoon. I don't understand that immediate bench of the Mimikyu, right? I really don't understand that immediate benching of the Mimikyu. So we'll see. Like, a Zigzagoon isn't scary. An energy Zigzagoon, that is scary, right? That is scary. I don't understand the immediate benching of the Mimikyu though. I really don't quite get that one. Personally, there is a universe where I can win by just sniping stuff on the bench, right? With Cramorant. Okay, so not gonna be able to snipe that guy this turn. Probably not anytime soon. So then the question becomes, do I really want to take a KO? I feel like I can take one chill turn of Zacian to not activate Rosa. I feel like I can't do that, so I'm gonna do that, and then honestly I'm just gonna Intrepid Sword. Okay, so I have access to Mewtwo now for the boss, right? That is important. My opponent's play right here, assuming he doesn't have Rare Candy Obstacle and Energy, Scoop Up Net or Switch, which is 4 very specific cards. My opponent's play would be to attach energy to the Zigzagoon. If that doesn't happen... Oh wow. Okay, so just trying to draw cards with Erikas, that makes sense. Just trying to draw cards with Erikas. Finds Jirachi, that's good, not an Obstagoon. Like I said, the correct play for my opponent would be to go attach to the Zigzagoon, right? Now that he's committed that second energy, oh, well, that's probably a bad indicator that he's ready to attack me. And he did get the Rare Candy. That is not a good... Yeah. Okay, so he's deciding where to put the 3 damage counters, places them correctly on the Cramorant. Yeah, so he got everything off the Erikas. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. He got everything off the Erikas. Okay, so what I'm going to do next turn, like what I need to do is play boss to send this obstacle to a bench and then snipe it with Cramorant. That's the only play I have. Right, that is absolutely the only play I have. So I'm gonna thin the deck. Mewtwo is in there, which is really good, right? So the combination of Mewtwo plus Oricorio will be how I pull that off. I guess I don't mind grabbing another Blacephalon just in case. Alright, and then this guy could just go down. I might as well get a Stelwish out of this. And then I'll Stelwish. Okay, well, never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna finish my turn with the Intrepid Sword. And then the plan next turn is I go Quick Ball for the Mewtwo. Like, there will definitely be a bench space open for me, right? So I go Quick Ball the Mewtwo. put the boss at the top, play boss, send this to the bench, and then snipe it. And then hope he can't set up another Obstagoon. Him playing that is really useful, right? Really good. The Marnie's extremely annoying. Extremely annoying. That doesn't really help us. Yeah, that's a problem. That is absolutely a big problem for us. I hope he uses Fion. I actually hope he uses the Fion. But no. I mean, that well-timed Marnie, perfect card for my opponent to have in his hand. Nothing I could do about that, honestly. Okay. Literally nothing I could do about that. Okay, so this guy discards all the energy. So I guess I Welder to the active. Okay, well, there's the play again, right? Kind of don't want to lose a Jirachi again, so I'll do this. And then, if he has boss, I don't want to bench the Oricorio either. So I think I just attach and Intrepid Sword, right? So I have the play. Have the exact same play, just one turn later. Just one turn later. All right. Okay, so I don't have a switch, so I don't mind Dedenne taking a hit here. Well, I mean, I do, but it's what it is, you know? It is what it is. All right, so there's the obstruct. So, oh, actually, you know what? Oh, that was a mistake. Oof. Okay, so I made a mistake because my opponent didn't take a KO. Yeah, I just needed to grab the Mewtwo the turn before. That was bad. That was actually really bad on my part. So I guess I'll do it now. I should have done this the turn before. That was silly on my part. That was absolutely silly on my part. I don't want to give up the Dedenne. And I'll entrap it. Okay, so now my opponent knows I have boss. So he knows I can bypass the obstacle. Oh my god, how do they have the Marnie at the perfect time? Both times. And the Broadway Candy Obstacle at the perfect time. You're kidding me. Okay, well. So I need to shuffle my deck, right? Scoop Up Nets, like, they're good, yes, but I don't need them right now. Okay, so number one, I need to shuffle my deck. Yeah, I can't afford to get rid of these, so I might as well just discard this guy. And then I'll discard. I reckon I can discard this. Energy are very valuable right here. Okay, so my deck is now shuffled. So I will draw 3. So now the boss is not at the bottom of the deck. It's also not at the top. Jeez. Okay, to say I'm in trouble would be an understatement. This is just quite ridiculous at this point. The 2 well-timed Marnies, right? Like, nothing I can do about that. So I'll attach here, and then I'll go Intrepid Sword. Still no boss. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, this is already a tough matchup, you know, but I had the cards. I actually had the cards to pull this off. Okay, Marnie please, boss, be within the next 5 cards, right? 4 and my top deck. Don't be bottom 3. There you are. Finally. Yeah, but now the issue is I've taken so long now. We've actually taken so long that now my opponent can potentially set up a second obstacle. That's the issue. Yeah, I've taken so long to actually pull off this pressure. And it's just not looking great for me at all anymore. But literally nothing else I can do. Literally nothing else I can do. Alright. So it's... I don't have Crobat anymore, I don't have the Dedenne. I do have Jirachi, but yeah, it's just Pit Shot. I might not even be able to take consecutive KOs, but I mean, we're getting somewhere at least. That helps me get consecutive KOs. Like, I can snipe this, but has immediate Rosa, so we're gonna see the next Obstagoon, of course, unless it's priced, and my opponent missed out on that. Alright, Fion and Ordinary Rod, okay. That might indicate that he doesn't have the next Obstagoon, which is really, really good. Okay. Zigzagoon. It's definitely a rough game. Okay, so I 100% need to take a KO here with Blacephalon. That requires me drawing my last switch. I could also snipe. Sniping might be better. I am down a lot of welders though. But sniping this might be better. Because he can take 3 prizes, but then after I eliminate this guy, you would imagine that that's going to be enough for me to win the game, right? So let me do this. Grab the last 2 fires. Alright, so I'm going to snipe the Zigzagoon. I'm not happy about it. Hopefully I can find a Scoop Up Net to pick this guy up. Nope. Yeah, I really needed Scoop Up Net right there to pick this guy up, prevent the 2 prizes. But nothing else I can do, right? Well, the thing is, now I don't have Welder for next turn. Which I can get with Oricorio, right? As long as it's not the last card in my hand. I can also Ordinary Rod back the Mewtwo and the Cramorant to get it back. Back-to-back Rosas, come on. Oh, we're in trouble. He didn't grab the Darkness Energy, he grabbed the basic grass. So the Dark might be priced. He's about to take 3 prizes here though, so he's not gonna whiff. Yeah, I'm not winning here. I am absolutely not winning here. I tried though, like if the 2 perfectly timed Marnies plus the perfectly timed Obstagoon, like that's what did it, right? That's absolutely what did it. It is absolutely what did it for my opponent. I reckon you target the Dedenne and target the Mewtwo, right? Wouldn't make sense to target anything else, I don't think. I tried. Yeah, I generally tried. This is a very rough matchup. It did not feel unwinnable. Just felt like I drew very under average, and I made that crucial misplay where I thought I could get the boss, but I delayed myself by a turn. Right? I definitely delayed myself by a turn that I shouldn't have. Alright, so I'm just gonna check that the Welder is in there. The Welder is not in fact in there. So that's a misplay right there with the Great Ball too. Yeah, I mean, I can't win. Yeah, let's find another matchup. I tried. I generally tried. I would have needed to Welder this turn, take a KO, and then hope he doesn't have the Darkness Energy. And even then, that's a really big stretch, you know? And if he has the darkness, then I'm completely out of the game at that point. There's no way I could have gotten another welder and another boss or back-to-back welders to snipe. It was just, I was too far behind. I couldn't snipe the Obstagoon. My opponent got the Obstagoon off the Aricats, like the perfect cards. And then he got the perfectly timed Marnie twice in a row. So, not much you can do about that, right? And I whiffed the boss on that turn where I could have, so I had to wait another turn. So, that's 3 turns where I didn't take prizes, 3 turns where I didn't pressure, 3 turns where I just said pass. And we're using up resources such as Welder to just draw cards. So, didn't feel unwinnable though. Did not feel unwinnable. I feel like because my opponent overbenched. Like, I do not understand the reason why you would bench the Mimikyu, right? Like, obviously to stop Oricorio later on. And Oricorio was being stopped right there. But overall, like, he immediately benched. I feel like if you just create that single Obstagoon win, like, attack, you win, right? And it seems like we're up against the exact same deck. What are the chances, man? What? How do I sit down and decide, okay, it's time to record a Blacephalon video. And what does PTCGO do? Make me play against the Zidoi Obstagoon back to back. Oh my god. Well, I mean, it could be Orbeetle, right? But this is brutal, honestly. This is absolutely brutal. Just gonna establish a Jirachi and make my opponent think he's up against Centiskorch. Do I attach? Yes, I'll attach. And I'll Intrepid Sword. And then we know he has Marnie. He's probably gonna use the Marnie. I'm okay with getting Marnied. As long as we still hide the fact that we are not a Blacephalon deck, which my opponent technically has no indication, right? See the Bronzong being put back into attack. We have Cramorant, so we're not afraid of the Bronzong. We're afraid of the Obstagoon. That's the threat. I can't believe we hit this matchup back to back when recording Blacephalon though. Like, I'm still, like, my mind is blown. Like Blacephalon. Wow, there you go. I did not do that on purpose. My mind is literally blown that I had to face off against that deck twice in a row. Okay, now my opponent says, well, maybe you are Blacephalon, so I will go ahead and establish this person as well, just in case, which is definitely the right way to go about it. Alright, so... and now I actually have to choose to discard a Welder. This deck, like, PTGO just doesn't want me to win today, at all. Okay, well, there's no point in powering up the Blacephalon. Might as well get a Stellar Wish out of this. Sure, I'll take the switch. And then, I mean, I could attack, but realistically I'm better off using Intrepid Sword right here. I have a bunch of switching cards, and I have the Cramorant, but no way to really do much about that. No real way to do much about anything. And I have to get past a Bronzong and an Obstagoon. And a Decidueye that's about to start pressuring me. Alright. Gets rid of the Marnie, interestingly enough. I mean, I'm happy with 2 Marnies gone, right? That definitely means my plans will not be foiled as often. Which is nice to know. Rowlet gets discarded. Rosa gets discarded. It's also nice to see. It's gonna be an uphill ride, honestly. It's gonna be a really big uphill ride. I don't expect to win this, but I'm gonna try. I am going to try at the very least. If my opponent doesn't take a KO here, then that's also really nice. How are you finding your Dartrix is raw? Okay. Yeah, he spreads. Oh, wow. Nice. Okay. Nice hand, Pablo. Nice freaking hand. And it just continues to get better. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and scoop up net. And my opponent will just quite simply probably Rosa, right? They will Rosa, and then we'll be in trouble. I'm not gonna bench anything else. I just want the guaranteed KO. And then, I mean, ideally they Rosa into Bronzong. I have the boss into Snipe play, right? But finding the boss, like I was lucky the previous game in that I discarded it early. Jeez. Just finds the rare candy and has the Rosa. Oh my god. Well, now he's gonna go for Obstagoon, Scoop Up Net, and the energy, and now we have to deal with the Obstagoon, which we can't. This is just really rough, honestly. Like, this is just really, really rough. Yeah, I'm gonna give up here. Not with this hand, it's not possible. Rough matchups, yeah, rough matchups. I did not expect to run into this deck twice. It hasn't been popular at all, though it has gotten a couple of placements lately at the online tournaments. But to face it back to back in the ladder, when you're playing this Blacephalon deck, it blows my mind, and it generally blows my mind. What are the chances of that? Who knows? But yeah, I think Blacephalon is still a pretty good deck. I would encourage you to try it out. It's very good against 95% of the metagame. It just has a bad Decidueye Obstagoon matchup, and generally, that first game, my opponent got the critical cards at the critical time. If he whiffs any of those Smarties, if he doesn't have that rare candy Obstagoon, we would have been in such a good spot, right? We would have been in such a good spot. But yeah, that will be all for me. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, and like so you can get the daily online code by Poton Store. And I will catch you in our next video. Bye.